A secret handshake just happened, and it's keeping Indian defense officials up at night. While most of the world was looking the other way, two nations quietly reshaped the balance of power in South Asia, and honestly, no one saw it coming. This isn't just another arms deal. Think of it like an earthquake beneath the region's military landscape, one that could redraw the map of power that stood for decades. Advanced air defenses, combat drones, joint production facilities, all quietly shifting the rules of the game. Even if you live thousands of miles away, this matters. What happens in South Asia doesn't stay in South Asia. Trade routes, security alliances, and global geopolitics could all feel the ripple effects. A small handshake, yes, but a massive shockwave. By the end of this video, you'll understand why analysts are calling this the most significant shift in South Asian military power in decades. What you're about to see isn't just news. It's a story of strategy, ambition, and a bold play that could change everything. Bangladesh and Turkey have just signed a comprehensive military agreement, and this is far more than a simple arms deal. It's built on three major pillars that make it unprecedented. First, Bangladesh is acquiring Turkey's advanced SIPR air defense system. This isn't outdated equipment from the Cold War. These are modern, battle-tested systems capable of engaging multiple aerial threats at once. Imagine being able to monitor and intercept dozens of incoming planes or missiles simultaneously. That's the kind of leap in capability we're talking about. Second, Bangladesh will participate in the joint production of Turkish combat drones. This isn't just buying drones off the shelf. They will actually manufacture them on their own soil. It's technology transfer at its finest, turning Bangladesh from a simple buyer into a strategic partner with real production know-how. Third, the agreement is a long-term framework, opening the door to continuous military cooperation, training programs, and future acquisitions. It's not a one-time purchase. It's a partnership designed to last for years. To put it in perspective, these are the same Turkish drones that changed the outcome of conflicts in Syria and Nagorno-Karabakh, and the same air defense systems that can dominate the skies in real combat. Bangladesh isn't just upgrading its military, it's stepping onto a new level of strategic independence. Why is Bangladesh making this bold move? The answer is simple but powerful: strategic autonomy. For decades, Bangladesh has relied on a patchwork of aging military equipment from different countries. Their defense capabilities haven't kept pace with the country's growing economic and geopolitical importance. With a GDP approaching $450 billion and a strategic position between India and Myanmar, Bangladesh can no longer afford to be a passive player. This deal isn't just about buying weapons. It's about sending a clear message. We choose our own partners, we build our own capabilities, and we secure our own future. Think of it like a teenager finally moving out of their parents' house. They've learned, they've grown, and now they're ready to make their own decisions, for better or worse. Bangladesh is asserting its sovereignty, taking control of its military destiny, and positioning itself as a regional player that can no longer be overlooked. Turkey is the perfect partner for Bangladesh because it offers exactly what other countries often won't: flexibility and a no-strings-attached approach. Unlike Western arms deals that come with political conditions, human rights scrutiny, or restrictions on how equipment can be used, Turkey's deals are straightforward. Buy our weapons, build your defense, ask no questions. But there's more to it than that. Turkey is aggressively positioning itself as a global defense supplier, especially to nations that Western countries won't arm or that want fewer restrictions. From Azerbaijan to Pakistan, Libya to Somalia, Turkish drones and air defense systems are now present on multiple continents. Over the past 15 years, Turkey's defense exports have grown by 500%, turning its military industry into a major global player. For Bangladesh, this is a win-win. They gain autonomy and access to cutting-edge technology. For Turkey, every sale strengthens its geopolitical foothold, builds influence, and opens doors for future cooperation. It's a partnership built on strategy, trust, and mutual benefit, and it's setting the stage for a dramatic shift in regional power dynamics. From India's perspective, this deal is a wake-up call. For years, India has maintained a massive military advantage over Bangladesh, influencing its defense acquisitions and controlling the regional balance of power. Suddenly, that advantage is shrinking. Bangladesh acquiring advanced Turkish air defense systems and drones changes the game. These systems can cover large swaths of Indian airspace near the border, potentially threatening Indian air operations. And these aren't theoretical weapons. They are the same Turkish drones that shifted battles in Syria and Nagorno-Karabakh, proving their effectiveness in real combat. The concern doesn't stop there. Bangladesh is also strengthening ties with China, while Pakistan already operates Turkish equipment and Myanmar remains unstable. This creates a scenario where India could face a network of technologically capable neighbors on multiple fronts. Every rupee India spends countering Bangladesh's new capabilities is a rupee not spent on other strategic priorities, like countering China. Put simply, India now faces a far more complex security landscape, and it's forcing planners in Delhi to rethink decades-old assumptions about regional dominance. But this story goes beyond India and Bangladesh. What we're seeing is part of a larger shift in global power dynamics. Traditional superpowers like the United States, Russia, and even China are no longer the only players shaping regional security. Nimble middle powers, Turkey, South Korea, Israel, are proving that you don't need to be a superpower to project influence globally. Small but strategic arms exports can equal huge geopolitical leverage. A drone here, an air defense system there, and suddenly a country can shape the security landscape of an entire region. Turkey's approach is a blueprint. Provide the right technology at the right price, with fewer political restrictions, and you gain influence far beyond your borders. For other South Asian nations like Nepal, Sri Lanka, and the Maldives, this deal sends a clear message. Sovereignty and security don't have to be dictated by traditional regional powers. If a smaller nation can leverage partnerships like this to build its own capabilities, it changes the rules of engagement for everyone in the neighborhood. In short, this isn't just about one bilateral deal, it's about a new model of influence, one where agility and strategy can outmaneuver sheer size and old alliances. So, what happens next? The consequences of this deal are already beginning to ripple through South Asia, and the next few years could see dramatic shifts. India is almost certain to accelerate its own military modernization programs, investing more in advanced weapons, drones, and air defense systems. We may also see deeper defense cooperation between India and Western nations as a counterbalance to Bangladesh's growing capabilities. Bangladesh, on the other hand, will likely use its new technology to assert itself more confidently in regional disputes, whether that's maritime boundaries, water-sharing agreements, or refugee and border management. They are no longer the junior partner in negotiations. They can now demand respect on their own terms. And Turkey, this deal is proof that its model works. Expect Ankara to push even harder into Asian markets, targeting countries like Indonesia, Malaysia, and even Central Asia. Every drone sold, every system deployed, is a foothold in a new region. If this, then that. Small changes today can create big strategic consequences tomorrow. One arms deal is not just a transaction, it's a chain reaction that could redefine alliances, influence, and power balances across the region. In the end, this single agreement between Bangladesh and Turkey is more than just a military deal. It's a game changer for the entire region. One handshake, three nations, and the balance of power in South Asia has shifted. For Bangladesh, it's a declaration of independence and strategic autonomy. For Turkey, it's a proof of concept for its global defense strategy. And for India, it's a challenge that could redefine its regional dominance and force a recalibration of its military and diplomatic priorities. What makes this story even more important is that it signals a broader trend. Smaller, agile nations are finding ways to influence global security without being superpowers. And other countries in South Asia are watching closely, taking notes on how to chart their own path. So, what do you think? Are India's concerns justified? Or is Bangladesh simply exercising its sovereign right to defend itself? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your take. If you found this analysis valuable, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. The defense landscape is changing faster than ever, and you don't want to miss what happens next. Stay tuned, because the next chapter in South Asia's power story is just beginning.